What's up, dude?
Hey, bud.
How you doing, man?
Good, good. Glad
It,
you can make it.
it's a rainy day, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So, boss, introduce yourself.
I'm Adam with Crash Customs, and this is the shop.
10-4, man.
Yeah.
So, how long you been running Crash, man?
A little over a year and a half now.
How's it been?
Good, good. The local automotive community has accepted me and welcomed me. I've got a lot of love from everybody. Um, no real hate. So
I'm gonna say now, we got one of your cars that
yeah,
you worked
yeah,
on the cover.
yeah,
Now we didn't get to get the boss back there, but I want to make sure that we get to go through it. But I got to
okay,
see this beauty over here, man. You got to tell
yeah.
me about this beauty, man.
This is actually my mom's car. We she had
I see that mom is rolling good, ain't she?
yeah, yeah, 18 by 10 and a half odd Hans all the way around. Um, that actually used to be on the Ranger. Um, and this is just her stock paint was peeling, and we decided to do a paint job on it, just something just to freshen it up a little bit.
So now, this the original color, or
Yeah, this is
oh
original
snap,
Hyundai
looks so good.
color.
Can I see that?
The roof has got a little bit of candy in it. The hood has got some lace work on it, but just something to clean up a little bit, make it a little stand out a little bit more than everybody else's.
I
Any,
tell you, it definitely stands out.
yeah, I love yellow lenses. I don't know why, so that's kind of one of my trademarks. Is if somebody will let me, a lens goes yellow, so the fog lights are yellow down there, and
I ain't gonna front, man. I actually like the yellow lights
yeah,
too, man.
a lot of people hate on them, but I don't know, something about it.
I always say
Makes
they get over.
everything look racy.
I always say they get over it.
Yeah.
So what about your next one, man?
Um,
Woo.
this kind of started the company. My wife wanted. She saw a story online about a 350Z, I think it was, that was painted in blue in this whole manga style. And I contacted the artist that did it, and he kind of gave me a quick run through how he did it. And we went to town one week. I took a week off from work, and we painted it in the
That is dope.
backyard and clear coated it at a buddy of mine's shop.
I've never seen this style in person. I've always seen it online. So
Yeah,
it's to see it in person, man. It's like whoa,
and
whoa. So what would you
it was
describe
actually the
that you
first
actually?
manga car, cartoon car, whatever you call them, in Charlotte.
I'm gonna
Really,
say so. It's a
probably in North
cartoon.
Carolina.
You call it a cartoon car, or
I mean, some people call them art cars, cartoon cars, manga, cell shaded. A lot of people compare it to Borderlands, um, Initial D. Um, but we just had a lot of fun with it, and we drew it out. I drew it out on a piece of paper, took a picture of the car, and then kind of colored it in with a marker. And she said, "Yeah, let's do that." And so we did it, and she picked up a bunch of followers on Instagram, and a lot of people asked who did it, and I actually got laid off from work New Year's Eve, year and a half ago,
man,
and already had a car in the shop that I was doing for a friend, and just decided to run with it. And I've done 30 or so cars since then. And
so so how would you describe your business? Like, what would you say that your business covers? Like,
um,
perform, like kind of a sector.
I mean, I've been a mechanic my whole life. ICAR certified, automotive painter, all that. Um, but I mean, I do everything. Uh, I started out in a custom shop, basic window tint shop that did stereo enclosures and stuff like that. I started working there when I was 16, and I guess that's kind of the same stuff. I don't really tint or wrap or anything like that. There's enough shops that handle window tint and vinyl wraps and stuff like that. I love doing custom body work, just anything custom, anything that makes something ordinary extraordinary. So that's really, the more fun I have in doing a job, the more likely you'll see me doing it. Basic collision work, I don't enjoy doing that. I don't really care how much it pays. I know it probably pays more than what I do, but I don't smile while I'm doing it. So
I was gonna say now. So I remember when we first met and we was out talking. I remember you were saying that how everything kind of started. Like you became your own business.
yeah,
So would you say that being laid off was the best thing that happened to you?
absolutely. It was the kick in the butt that I needed to get to follow through with it. I had already had the shop built, and it was kind of like one day I'll open a shop when I have time. So I figured now I've got time. I'll just do it until somebody tells me I can't. So so far nobody's told me that. So
That's awesome, man.
um, I enjoy it a lot.
So we had to come in because it is pouring down raining right now.
Yeah.
So, boss, what's the next build you got, man?
This one's the next one. It's I believe it is a 1990 Daihatsu Mira. Um, doing radiator and cooling fan swap, changing the front seat, fixing a couple little odds and ends. It's actually really clean. The owner's done a real good job on the inside with wood trim, and it's got a couple little rust spots. There's little stuff down here. Doors need to be adjusted. You know, just kind of normal stuff on a 30-year-old Japanese vehicle.
So, man, how do you get unique builds like this? Like, how do people like kind of meet up with you and everything?
Everything is by word of mouth. I don't do any advertising. This is actually a guy I met at a car meet several years ago at a Crown Vic car meet, and in Virginia Beach. And he actually lived here in Charlotte. We both just happened to go up to Virginia Beach for a Crown Vic meet, and we've kind of stayed in touch. And when he got this thing, um, he got in contact with me about touching up a few things, and we're not quite sure what we're going to do with paint. If it's going to stay, a solid color, if we're going to do anything interesting on it. Most likely, we'll do something interesting.
So I'm gonna say, how out of the norm would you say you would go?
I'll do anything to any vehicle if somebody wants me to. I don't care. Like I'll mount a toilet on the roof. I don't give a shit. I don't care. The weirder, the better. Really, I love doing weird builds.
This is unique, man.
Yeah, anything that people have never seen before, or especially things that people say can't be done. That I feel like that's my specialty, is doing stuff people say can't be done. So, that's really what I look for in a build is, and if somebody will let me do what I want with it.
Well, I tell you,
within reason. That's people. That's why people come to me, is because I can put together an image in my head of what I feel like a vehicle would look best as, and either they agree with me or they don't, or they'll give me their idea, and I'll take it and run with it. And kind of a lot of the cars that I've done is somebody's come to me and said, "These are my parts. This is my color. Make it cool," and that's what I do. Couple of builds, people just said, "Here you go. Just call me when it's done." And that's my favorite. When I get to choose exactly what I want, color, style, whatever. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, usually something pretty cool comes out.
What's up, man?
But I'm not opposed to following rules, though, if you have a specific build or, you know.
Well, I gotta say,
But
man, Adam, when I first saw your truck, man, I was like, yo, and I remember talking to CJ. I was like, yo, that is super dope. I've never seen anything like that.
yeah, that's kind of the whole point of buying that truck was I've always wanted to do a patina paint job on a step side truck. And when I got it, I kind of got it through, it was through an X. So it was kind of a win when I got it because it was kind of a stab. But low mileage truck and had a really nice, it was actually this color when I got it.
Oh,
It was that dark Ford charcoal gray, and I hated it. It was too shiny for me. I don't dig shiny paint jobs.
but wait a minute, it's shiny now. With the
Well,
hold on, y'all, we're gonna walk out here. We're probably gonna get you right here today because it is pouring down. You see that? It is pouring down.
but this was the first, a lot of people when they build a car, they build it to what the scene thinks is cool.
Right.
What they think is most popular. And a lot of people don't build cars to what they really, really want. Because they'll just be like, oh, well, everybody thinks
They want
this
to be
certain
accepted.
style is cool. And this is the first build that I ever did where I just could care less. Where I built it exactly how I wanted with zero regard for resale value or what anybody thought.
So, y'all, just in case you don't know, this is featured in the November issue for 2022.
Yeah. I don't know if we got any pictures of the motor, and I've changed tires since then. I got a little bit of a bigger tire to kind of fill the wheel gap. But it's my favorite thing in the whole world. You literally couldn't buy it from me. It's a little wet in there.
You know, I've never seen the motor. Actually, I have not seen the motor.
It's not fast. It just sounds like it is, but you could drive this thing anywhere in the world as long as there's roads. It'll never let go. It's gets 25 miles to the gallon. Sounds like a race car doing it. Like 90 horsepower. That's about it. But like I said, it's my favorite thing ever.
So now you said your wife's car was the first one that you did, first design.
Yeah, first one that first cartoon style that really grabbed attention. I painted this thing while I was working for another shop. I worked for I've worked for several custom shops in the area, and all of which have closed down or for whatever reasons. And so I've been painting cars for a long time, and I've painted my own vehicles. But her car was kind of what grabbed a lot of attention because it was something weird that nobody in this area had ever seen before.
It was definitely different for me, especially at Waxhaw Coffee Cruisers.
Yeah. It really stands out in that crowd because there's not a whole lot of color. Everybody's. I mean, there's a lot of nice cars, but it's not that style. But
now I know you said you don't do any advertisement, but where can people find you at? Like, how can people get in contact with you?
Either Instagram or Facebook is really where I do most of my messaging through. Crash Custom 704 is what the Instagram handle is. But that's really the easiest way to get in touch with me. I'm pretty quick to answer. So, and I'm always available for estimates. Anybody can come by whenever, and I'm happy to check out a vehicle and tell you what I think and what the best direction is.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Adam, thank you so much, man.
My pleasure.
And y'all know what it is, Street Cars 101 TV.